All right, let's talk about becoming the architect of your own reality. We're going to dive into a method for flipping the script, for moving from a life that feels like a constant struggle to one where success just happens. Let's get right into it. So let me start by asking you something. Do you ever get that feeling that you're just stuck? Trapped in a loop that you just can't seem to find the exit for?
Yeah, it's that feeling of being a passenger in your own car, not the driver. You've got goals, you've got these big dreams, but it feels like there's always something in the way, like you've completely lost the steering wheel. Now, this is a super common struggle, but the solution isn't out there somewhere. It's actually inside your own mind.
That whole feeling of being trapped, it really comes from one specific place, a shaky internal foundation. I want you to think of yourself like a building. If the architect's original blueprint has a flaw, the entire structure is compromised from the get-go. Well, the exact same thing is true for us. And there's a technical term for this shaky foundation. It's called discoherence. This, right here, is the core of the problem. It's like an internal civil war where what you think, what you feel, and what you actually do are all pulling in completely different directions. And you know what that leads to? Self-sabotage. It's the root cause. And here is a perfect, classic example of discoherence in action. Your conscious mind is screaming, "I want that promotion," but your actions, which are totally driven by fear or some old limiting belief, they stop you from even asking for it. See? Your thoughts and your actions are in a head-to-head conflict.
The source material puts this so perfectly, it's literally like driving with the handbrake on. When you're in that state of discoherence, you are constantly fighting yourself. All that amazing energy that could be fueling your growth is just wasted on internal friction. You're flooring the gas pedal, but you're not going anywhere.
And that's really the bottom line here. A weak internal foundation simply cannot hold up a strong, successful life. It's just like a skyscraper. If your inner blueprint is shaky, everything you try to build on top of it is at risk of crumbling down.
Okay, so how do we fix that shaky foundation? How do you go from all that inner chaos to a place of harmony and, well, power? The solution is actually built on 3 fundamental pillars of change.
And I want you to think of these 3 pillars as the essential tools in your architect's toolbox. These are the instruments you're going to use to literally redesign your internal world, which in turn is going to redesign your external reality.
So the whole process starts with understanding your brain's programming through something called neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. From there, you master how you communicate with the world through the interface. And then finally, you achieve the ultimate goal, the coherent nexus. So let's break down what each of these really does.
Okay, pillar number 1, NLP. Now, this isn't some kind of magic trick. It's basically the user manual for your own brain. It's all about understanding the language you use with yourself and then learning how to rewrite those old limiting beliefs that have been holding you back for years. It's about installing the patterns of successful people until they just become a natural part of who you are. Next up, we've got the interface. Think of this as your own personal broadcasting system. It's constantly sending and receiving signals to and from the world around you. So if you feel insecure, guess what? You send out signals that attract insecure situations. The goal here is to recalibrate your interface so that you're broadcasting confidence and abundance, and then, like a mirror, that's exactly what the world reflects back to you.
And all of this brings us to the final pillar, the coherent nexus. This is the next level. This is where the first 2 pillars just click together in perfect synergy. It's that ultimate state of flow that we're all searching for. There's no internal friction, no doubt, no second guessing. You aren't trying to be successful anymore, you just are. Your potential is finally unlocked, and it just flows effortlessly. So, what does this all look like in the real world? When you actually use these tools and become the architect, what really changes? Let's take a look at the transformations. The first major shift you're going to see is in control. Before, in that discoherent state, you're totally reactive. You feel like a victim of your circumstances. But when you become coherent, you become proactive. You are in charge. You start to anticipate challenges and you create the outcomes you want, instead of just reacting to whatever life decides to throw at you. The second big transformation is all about your potential. Remember that handbrake analogy? Well, when you finally stop fighting against yourself, all that wasted energy is freed up. It's like unblocking a massive dam. Your potential, which was once held back by all those limiting thoughts, now just flows freely, powering your creativity and your drive like never before.
And this might be the most powerful transformation of them all. When you're discoherent, success feels totally random, right? It feels like a matter of chance or luck. But when you are truly coherent, your actions become so aligned and so purposeful that success stops being an accident. It becomes the logical, predictable consequence of your inner state.
So what does this all mean for you? It means that the journey to becoming the architect isn't about finding something new out there. No, it's about coming back to yourself and uncovering the powerful blueprint that's been inside you all along. You see, this whole process leads to a fundamental shift in your mindset. You stop being a passive bystander who is just hoping for a better life, and you become an active creator who is consciously building it piece by piece, decision by decision. And that leads us to the final, and honestly the most empowering takeaway of all. The blueprint of your life is already inside of you. You don't need to go find a new one. The master plan for your most fulfilling, amazing life already exists. The real challenge is just learning how to pick up the tools and execute that plan. And that's the real question, isn't it? The tools are available, the blueprint is inside you, so all that's left to ask is, are you ready to start building?